Most decorated amateur in Iowa golf history, just keeps adding to his legacy. Second Senior Player of the Year award, he won this also in 2013. Mike earned 1,700 points in only 4 events. That's pretty strong. All he did was finish as the low amateur at the US Senior Open for the 2nd straight year. And I think you tied, you tied a record, didn't you, for the lowest amateur score or something like that? I think I read that somewhere. Finished 26th overall. I mean, obviously, I think everybody would agree this is the biggest senior tournament there is. You got 26th. Also played pretty good against the younger set. Teamed with Gene Elliott to play in the US Amateur Four-Ball, the first one ever, out at the Olympic Club. They made match play. I was fortunate enough to be out there and watch him play a little bit. Defeated his partner at the Iowa Amateur in a playoff. Made a really amazing birdie on the last hole to send it to that playoff, and then won it on the first hole. Went to the US Mid Amateur, which he won in 2013 and made it all the way to the round of 16. And I think all of us in the room probably know, played in the Walker Cup over at Royal Lytham in St. Anne's. Hopefully all of you got to see the really nice gift that he gave the IGA that was on the table. And if you haven't, take a look at it when you walk out. It's a really cool flag that was signed. So Mike, come on up. I'm hoping that he can tell us a little bit about his experience overseas and maybe a little bit even about the Senior Open. So thanks, Mike.
Thank you. First, congratulations to all the winners. This is a great night to celebrate, Iowa golf and the good play that you all had this year. And anyway, I enjoy this evening, and I'm happy that the snow came because I was actually at a business meeting. I couldn't be here on Friday, so it's nice that I could make tonight. But this has been a great year, getting the chance to play for the Walker Cup on the U.S. Walker Cup team was a long journey. It was kind of a long and winding road because it was, I don't know exactly, I don't know exactly when the idea popped in my head that I thought I could make the team, but it didn't happen naturally, and it didn't happen very early in my amateur golfing career. It was something that happened more in probably my mid-30s. I thought about it, and it was one of those things that I had a lot of good friends that had made the team, and they encouraged me to keep playing, and it was just one of those things, you think you're going to do it, you think you're going to do it, and it doesn't happen, and so you keep playing, and typically it's during the Iowa Open normally when they make the team selection, usually the Sunday of the US Amateur, and I've gotten that call a few times where they say, sorry, you made a good effort and we appreciate the effort, we're going a different direction. And this year I got the call from Tom O'Toole, and he said, we'd like you to represent our country and play for the U.S. team at the Walker Cup, and it was a long time coming, and that was a nice call to get, and really we had a terrific team. Unfortunately, we didn't win the match, but a great friend of mine and Gene's, Spider Miller, was our captain, and they really went out of their way to create a great experience for us. The young college players, we came together, and we went to Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and we were able to spend 3 days with Arnold Palmer, which was really quite a treat. And we played his course, and we played Laurel Valley, and we had breakfast and lunch and dinner with Arnold and his wife, and he was a great host. And we spent a couple days getting our uniforms and getting measured, and getting everything that they everything put together, your bags, and when you're going overseas, you don't know what to expect, and so they give you everything from mittens and hats and to ties and you name it. But it was a lot of fun, and after we left Pennsylvania, we went home, packed, and then we all met in New York, and we spent a day at the 9/11 Museum, and we had an opportunity to have dinner at the Lynx Club, which has a lot of ties to the Walker Cup. And Jimmy Dunn, who was the CEO of Sandler O'Neill Company, which was a firm that was, you know, really severely impacted by 9/11, and it was, you know, it's a horrible story, but they lost 2/3 of their firm in the terrorist act, and he happened to not be in the building because he was playing in the U.S. Mid-Amateur qualifying. He was a golfer, and it was a pretty moving, emotional talk, and you know, just about life and about how you move on and how you get up and go on the next day, and it was very inspiring. And it's just something, you know, it was a very private conversation, and he poured his heart out in that, and you know, it's not something you'll ever forget. And then to see the museum and how if you go to New York, I'd encourage you to take the time to visit the museum. So once we got in, once we got on the plane and arrived in England, we spent. It just seemed like we played golf for a week straight. That was probably part of the problem. I think we were all pretty worn out by the time the matches started, but it was a wonderful golf course, and the GB&I team, you know, they play the Lippin Trophy there every year, so they were very familiar with the golf course. And it can be kind of like playing Hyperion, you know, if you played here a lot, you know a lot of local knowledge, and they had a lot of local knowledge that we really didn't acquire in the 2 or 3 days we were there. And so but it was a wonderful experience, and other than winning, we felt like we were winners when we left, and it was a great thing for me to finally make the team. And for you younger guys, I tell all my friends, if it's something you want to do, if I can do it, you can do it. So keep playing and keep practicing, and you never know what can happen. And so, anyway, lastly, I just want to congratulate my good friend. He's going to be up here next, Gene, and we've had a lot of fun. He's had a great year. We've traveled around this summer, and he's played terrific, and I'm very happy for him to be Player of the Year, and he's well deserving, and I'm sure he'll be back up here again. So anyway, it's a great night. Congratulations to everybody for all your wonderful play the past year. Thanks.